What's going on, everybody? This is Jay. Welcome back to my podcast. We got a debate coming up tomorrow. Now, I'm here to lay out the groundwork for you, tell you what, I think is going to happen, sort of what everybody's going to say, stuff like that, the things you'll be hearing, what the outcome's going to be, what the reaction's going to be. I'm sort of just going to briefly sort of give my opinion on this whole situation and basically what'll happen. Now, this is very interesting because it's going to be the first time we've had Republicans actually debate each other in front of a live audience, like live in front of not just a live audience, but a national audience since 2012. And this country and I think the political atmosphere has changed drastically in the last 12 years. So and it's first one without Trump, and obviously the party has changed significantly since Trump came along, and he's still in the running, so it's going to change even more over the course of the next 4 years. Now, since Trump is not in the debate, it's pretty much going to be everybody sort of talking their typical Republican talking points.
The socialist left sees an opportunity to rewrite history.
They're indoctrinating our children to believe we live in an evil country.
And what I mean by this is the people that are sort of within the establishment. Like your, say, Tim Scott's, Nikki Haley's. I mean, they're going to, talk about their typical talking points. They may have some disagreements about, say, taxes or abortion or Ukraine war. And these things certainly matter, but the thing is we saw Tucker Carlson last month roast the shit out of these people. And it immediately dawns on me that it's just going to be a complete circus, especially when it comes to Ukraine, because most of these people are hawks. They agree. They say Joe Biden's not tough enough on Russia. They say he needs to throw even more money in. Now, one of the reasons that obviously I disagree with this because I'm non-interventionist, but I agree with Vivek Ramaswamy on this, who's, by the way, the only really anti-establishment candidate and the only person that I would even remotely consider voting for. And sorry, I got a little battery. The only person that I would remotely consider voting for in the next election, because he is not a politician, he doesn't take donor money, and he's anti-establishment. There was some points where I was like, I liked Asa Hutchinson. Some of the things that he said were more like libertarian leaning. Same with Tim Scott. But then I realized that they're just same old politicians. The more I got to learn about them, Vivek is pretty much the only person. First off, like I said, he's not a politician, but he's also young too. And I'm sick of these old ass politicians fucking, just freezing during the middle of their speeches, stumbling over, having heart attacks, this, and that. I'm so sick of it. So we obviously need somebody younger in the White House. Now, obviously, RFK is an exception. You could say he's got his voice issue, but, the dude works out. He's buff, so that brings me in the loop a little, which is good. Overall, it's obviously it's not age. It's policy, it's vision, it's honesty, it's integrity, consistency, so on and so forth. But like I said, Vivek he's really gonna be, because he's got some new ideas. He is younger, and he is anti-establishment. He's really gonna be the only person on that stage that is not a typical Republican politician. That's just gonna be spewing platitudes. That's just gonna be talking about bringing us together or it's going to be, we're fighting, it's a common pain, purpose, blah, blah, blah. It's Joe Biden sucks, woke, this, and that. That's what Ron DeSantis is going to be doing. He's like, I ain't woke, it's the Biden administration. We need to stop the woke agenda. And then you're going to have Christie saying Trump is the worst person in the entire world, and I'm different somehow. And Nikki Haley, she's going to have the typical Republican talking points. But you should vote for her because she's a minority, and she's a woman. She's made that very clear. So did Kamala Harris, we saw 4 years ago. So she's going to be playing the Ray/Kamala card. I don't know about all these other people. Mike Pence, he's going to try and distance himself from Trump, even though he can't because he was his VP. and he stuck with them till the bitter end, despite all the bad things he did. Vivek, he's going to try and, like I said, he's going to try and distance himself. The only person that I think I would really consider actually voting for, because everybody else is just boring or bad or just doesn't interest me in any way, shape, or form, and isn't different, isn't going to drain the swamp, and isn't really actually fighting for the people. So yeah, that's basically what you're gonna see. Everybody's gonna think it's a complete circus. I think most Republicans aren't gonna watch it because Trump's not there. I think the same thing with Democrats. They're probably gonna make fun of it because the Republicans are all just stumbling over themselves, which will probably happen. I plan on watching that. It's going to be fun. It was the same thing in 2019 with the Democrats a lot. I mean, there were some good moments. I remember Bernie had some great moments. Bernie was really one of the only people that, because I remember watching some of them, Bernie was really one of the only people that actually impressed me. Same thing with Tulsi Gabbard, Andrew Yang. They would come out and have their moments, but pretty much all the other corporatist politicians were just sort of, catering to minorities. They were sort of trying to play into this woke. They were trying to out woke each other. They were trying to cater as much as possible, and that's what maybe cringed the most. That's the thing about DC typical politicians. They just cater. They spew platitudes. They don't really care. They're making all this money. It's the outside candidates that you really should be paying attention to, because they got some shit to say, and they got different ideas. And, they really care because they're not taking all that donor money. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I hope you guys are excited for the debate. If you're not, I totally understand. I'm excited just because I want to see what a clown show it is. So that will be fun to look forward to. All right. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later.